the one that was on Bruce's back. I guess the last time I saw that disc, it was on stage 4, 1981. It would be the spring, I guess. Yeah.
Wow.
Funny.
You will each receive an identity disc. Everything you do or learn will be imprinted on this disc. If you lose your disc or fail to follow commands, you will be subject to immediate de-resolution. That will be all.
The disc was this idea that it is your digital persona. If you study Joseph Campbell and you study Carl Jung and you study all these guys, so much of that points back to the symbol of the mandala, the symbol of the self, okay? To me, it was a kind of spiritual weapon, if you will.
But that's what's so great about it. It is one of the great movie weapons of all time. It is one of the great movie tools of all time. As for character, because it does everything.
Yeah, I like it a lot too, and it was great having Frisbees on the set. Picture this, this is big time filmmaking. What are they doing in there? They're throwing Frisbees.
Nice.
Looking back at this film, would you have done it any differently?
It's only, the only thing I would have changed looking back at it is I would have tried to warn the audience. This is highly experimental and it is avant-garde, and I knew we were making something very far out, but I didn't anticipate people's terror of anything that had to do with technology. And that was kind of a shame.
Are you still in possession of any items, any artifacts from when you did Tron?
I have boxes of things that I have saved through the years. Yes.
And what are in these boxes?
Well, we can, you know, pry some of them open and see what we find.
Okay.
Who would have guessed my journey through the digital world of Tron would lead me to a yurt in Steven Lisberger's backyard?
So let's open one of these. I mean, I haven't looked in these boxes in ages, so I'm not sure what we're gonna find.
What's this?
Oh, that's one of the crew jackets. And I would need special effects to fit in it now.
That's cool.
So we have some storage items. This is a Tron disc you can handle. This is the paper plate Tron disc.
If I throw it, will it come back?
Well, maybe with a sandwich on it.
Hey, all right.
What is this? I think this is the Tron pillowcase.
Wow.
Here we have Jeff Bridges on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Wait, he wasn't on the cover of Rolling Stone, was he?
Yeah, I didn't forge that. What's in this yellow thing? What's this? Here's the Rolling Stone, and there's the whole thing. So there's a picture in here of Jeff and I together.
There it is.
There it is, and let's see.
That's awesome. Cover story in Rolling Stone.
In the quote, I see myself saying, we're trying to show that this electronic dimension is really happening. I'm saying, well, I guess I got that right.
Boy, did you.
Talking with Steven inside, it was impossible not to get the feeling that his history with Tron is bittersweet. But the more we dig through these boxes, I can see him start to reconnect.
This is the actual last slate. You know, in the old days when slates weren't electronic, it was a tradition to give the director the last slate. This is the last shot we did, 7/17/81.
These pieces of movie history are thrilling for me to see firsthand.
You should frame this thing and put it in your house.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But even more so is to see him get back in touch with the feelings he must have had making Tron.
Here is the script, the shooting script, with the original storyboards by Bill Croyer. This is funny because this one accompanied the script early on, but it wasn't part of the movie, you know, and it says the story. This film takes place in two worlds. There is our world, the world of flesh and blood, And there is the world we have created, the electronic world. This is a land of digitized electrical abstractions and laser beams carrying information, a world that has become a global network. We are the users, the programmers who control the happenings here like the gods in a Greek drama. That's funny. I haven't read that in a million years. It's really good.
It's really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
I'm
really
shocked.
good.
It's not just good. Everything I've learned about Tron, the care put into every object and frame, has made me appreciate even more the vision he created.
Well, looking back at all of this material, you know, what kind of perspective do you have on your experience on Tron and going forward for the motion picture industry?
If there's any young person out there that is working on a project that is going to indicate or reveal in some way where things are going to be 30 or 40 years from now in terms of story or content or visuals,
Right.
I hope they do it because I'd love to see it. You know, I'd love to be the mentor on the other side of the equation to say, well, you know, this is going to be really rugged, but don't worry, in 40 years, you'll be appreciated.